Today on OC News, President Donald Trump faces criticism after he publicly endorses Tesla.
The Department of Education launched an investigation following pro-Palestinian protests at UC Davis.
2 astronauts are coming home after being stranded on the International Space Station.
Coming next to OC News.
This just in tech news. First responder on police. There's been a lot of collaborative efforts.
Feel blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to OC News. I'm Violeta Sanchez.
And I'm Brianna Delgadillo. Thank you for joining us for our second show of the week.
President Donald Trump faced criticism this week after publicly endorsing Tesla. President Trump turned the White House into a Tesla showroom Tuesday. This comes after protesters have been destroying and vandalizing Tesla showrooms and vehicles in recent weeks due to Elon Musk's role in the Trump administration. The event was used to boost the electrical car company and showed the White House solidarity with the Tesla during these times. The president suggested that these protesters should be called domestic terrorists. President Trump also went as far to showing his support by announcing he will buy a Tesla Model S.
The Department of Education has launched an investigation into UC Davis and other universities following pro-Palestinian protests. U.S. Davis is one of the 60 universities under investigation for Title VI violations and anti-Semitism. Last year, UC Davis held encampments to protest Israel actions during the Israel-Hamas war at their university quad, with the encampment lasting for weeks. The university now faces possible losses in federal funding and potential civil rights lawsuit. Columbia University recently had $400 million in federal funding cut due to their pro-Palestinian protests. UC Davis could be facing a similar consequence.
Former President of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, was arrested due to an anti-drug crackdown. Duterte is being held under custody in the Netherlands at the International Criminal Court after being arrested Tuesday in Manila. He is being accused of overseeing a deadly anti-drug crackdown during his time in office. The crackdown led to the killings of more than 6,000 people, many who were young men. Duterte will now be the first former Asian leader to face charges at The Hague, and his first court appearance is set to be scheduled soon.
At Cal State Fullerton.
Coming up after the break, the latest update on the rescue mission for the stranded astronauts on the International Space Station.
And we'll have this week's weather and sports update for you. See you in just a moment.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back to the show. The weather has been changing more than people change socks. For more on this week's forecast, let's go to Alex Heitman.
Thanks, Violetta. The forecast this week has been all over the place. From sunny skies to quick-moving clouds and scattered showers, the weather has been the talk of the town. Currently, today the high is 60 degrees, and it is cloudy. The temperature should drop all the way down to the lows with 53 at night. The wind is currently blowing around 11 miles per hour, and due to the rain, there is 73% humidity. If you expect to watch the sunset tonight around 7 p.m., make sure to grab a raincoat because scattered showers are expected at that time. Looking ahead onto the next 5 days, on Thursday, it looks like the rain is expected to go all the way until the sun pops through on Saturday. Tomorrow, it will be a high of 56 degrees and reach all the way down to 47 at night. On Friday, it will also be raining and hit a high of 51 degrees with a low of 46. On Saturday, the sun will pop through the clouds finally, and you will be able to get a little tan on if you're looking to get some sunshine. It will reach a high of 63 degrees and go all the way down to 51. On Sunday, it will reach a high of 69 degrees with a low of 53 on cloudy skies. And on Monday, it will be 66 degrees at the high with a low of 52. Taking a look outside of the U.S., Queensland, Australia was hit with a massive cyclone and is still recovering. On March 4th, ex-tropical cyclone Alfred caused extensive damage across the coast of Queensland, damaging over 58,000 homes, including a power loss. This is the largest power outage in Queensland's history, and there has already been over 20 inches of rainfall since the cyclone started. At least 14 people lost their lives in the flood, and experts say the reason for this is due to the bacterial infections from the floodwater. Authorities are recommending that people stay up to date on the health and safety precautions for the area. Now that's all I have for you guys for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
With the storm fast approaching, reporter Michael McHale has the latest on how students adjust to stormy weather.
Thanks, guys. The first big storm to hit Southern California this year is approaching tonight with high winds and lots of rain, and is supposed to end tomorrow morning. Flood warnings and evacuations have already been issued in Orange County.
Usually I'd prefer to stay home and just, play games, maybe watch some YouTube. Nothing too crazy.
Well, stay inside, of course. It's the best time to stay inside, so that's what I tend to do.
Stay inside my house during a storm like this and binge watch shows and stuff like that.
Everyone, I just stay at home, safe, covered. I try not to take any unnecessary risk, and I want to know if the people with whom I'm close to are safe.
Make sure you guys stay safe during these conditions. My name is Michael McCahill with OC News. Back to you guys in studio.
It's a busy time of the year for sports. Justin Rosette is here with us for an update.
Thank you, Brianna. A lot of moves are being made in the world of sports right now, so let's get started. We'll kick things off with the NBA, where tonight we'll have one of the biggest games of the regular season so far. The defending NBA champion Boston Celtics will take on the Western Conference's #1 seed, the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder are led by MVP candidate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is averaging a whopping 32 points this year, along with 5 rebounds and 6 assists. The Celtics are, of course, led by the duo of the anomaly Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and are coming into tonight's game on a 5-game winning streak. The Celtics are coming off of a 114-108 victory against the Utah Jazz, in which sharpshooter Sam Hauser scored a career-high 33 points, while the Thunder are coming off of a tough loss against the Denver Nuggets. Though both teams are battling injuries, this potential NBA Finals matchup is still a must-see. Now, moving from the court to the diamond, Cal State Fullerton baseball took the field last night for a non-conference matchup against the USC Trojans. Despite going down 4-0 in the first inning, the Titans would quickly respond as senior outfielder Matthew Bardwell launched a 3-run home run in the bottom of the first to help the Titans get back into the game. The teams would trade runs until the Titans erupted in the 7th inning when Cam Burdick, Eli Lopez, Carter Johnstone, and Paul Contreras all pitched in with RBI hits. To cap things off, Matthew Bardwell added to his highlight reel with a diving catch in the 9th inning to seal the 11-6 victory for the Titans. The team will look to carry this momentum into the weekend series against conference foe UC San Diego. That's all we have for This Week in Sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
NASA has announced that 2 astronauts who have been stranded on the International Space Station will be on their way home soon. A 10-day adventure turned into 10 months of misery for a couple of astronauts when their Boeing Starliner spacecraft had mechanical issues. A new craft of NASA astronauts will retrieve the International Space Station members. The rescue mission was supposed to lift off today, but a launch pad issue had delayed the mission. It could resume as early as tomorrow.
After the break, learn how you could potentially save someone during the opioid overdose.
And hear the touching story of a Palisades cat reunited with their owner. Stay tuned.
What does it take to discover the greatness within you? It takes resilience.
When I first got to Cal State Fullerton, I felt lost. Then I found my community. It was like a caring family cheering me on.
I wasn't sure about being a chemist. My professor showed me I could. People believed in me here, and I learned to believe in myself. Discover the resilience within you at Cal State Fullerton.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Can I get the now bar, please? $1. Have a good one. Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Welcome back to the show. There's a lot of great movies and shows coming out on the horizon. Guadalupe Cabero has the latest updates on the entertainment world.
Thank you, Brianna. Today I will be sharing the latest news in the world of entertainment. Rock legend Billy Joel postponed several concert dates due to a medical condition. On Tuesday, he announced he is going to reschedule several tour dates so he could focus on his recovery from a recent surgery. Joel shared on Instagram, "While I regret postponing any show, my health must come first. I look forward to getting back on stage and sharing the joy of live music with our amazing fans. Thank you for your understanding." Existing ticket holders their purchases will be honored in the rescheduled shows in November through July 2026. The tour is set to resume on July 5th at the Acru Stadium in Pittsburgh. A new movie to be expected later in the year is Avatar 3: Fire and Ash. Director James Cameron says Avatar: Fire and Ash will come in December and will be even longer than the 192-minute Avatar: The Way of Water. He mentioned that a few people have already seen a version of the movie and stated this might be the best of the series so far. He revealed his wife, Susie Cameron, has seen the movie and it was so impactful that she could not talk about it for hours. Looking for what to watch this week? Let's take a look at a few releases coming on streaming services. The Last Take, Rust, and the Story of Helena is an upcoming documentary film from Hulu exploring the shooting incident that took place during the Western film Rust in 2021. This incident led to the demise of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. HBO released a new horror comedy movie, The Parenting, starring Brian Cox, Brandon Flynn, and Lisa Kudrow. The film is about a couple renting a country house for a weekend with their parents and discovered it is inhabited by a 400-year-old polyester. The Electric State is a new sci-fi adventure from Netflix starring Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt. The film is about an alternative version of the 1990s where the robots and humans coexist peacefully until a mysterious uprising changes everything. This is all for entertainment news. Now back to you, Brianna and Violetta.
A touching story after tragedy. A cat was reunited with its owner after being separated during the horrific Palisades fire a couple of months ago. 82-year-old Catherine Kiefer lost her home in the fires in January and feared to have lost her furry friend. Thanks to a miracle, Kiefer was reunited on Saturday with her cat Aggie. The feline was found alive near the burned-down house. Aggie has been receiving blood transfusion after being found suffering from starvation. Aggie will be released and back home with Kiefer and the family on Thursday.
The opioid crisis continues to impact communities across the country. Here at Cal State Fullerton, Titanwell is taking action. Reporter Violetta Sanchez has more on this life-saving program.
Opioid-related deaths in Orange County among individuals ages 18 to 24 has increased by 110% over the last 5 years. While Cal State Fullerton has not reported any fatal overdoses on campus, Titanwell is offering opioid overdose training to students, staff, and faculty in the Student Wellness Center and on pop-ups around campus.
Opioids are causing a lot of opioid overdose deaths. We just want to bring awareness and just educate the community.
Students learn to identify the signs of an overdose and administer naloxone, a drug that can reverse the effects of opioids.
Knowing the steps, learning about the recovery position, how to administer Narcan, all of that, I definitely feel a lot better prepared, and if the time should come where I do need to use my skills, I can perform them.
Here's how simple it is to use a naloxone kit. So after checking signs of overdoses such as unresponsiveness, small pupils, and gurgling, and calling 911, what you want to do is grab a nasal spray and remember the 3 Ps. Peel from the package, place the spray into a nostril, and press the plunger. After, you may have to support the person's breathing through chest compressions or CPR.
Is so important for students to know because we can't change the world in one big go, but small actions that we do make a big difference.
Free naloxone kits and fentanyl test strips are available at the Student Wellness Center on campus. Titanwell's team hopes that by expanding this training and resources, people on campus will feel empowered to take action in a crisis and ultimately save lives. In Fullerton, Violetta Sanchez, OC News. Cal State Fullerton's spring concert headline artists have been announced for the upcoming festival. For more on student reactions for the event, here's Delilah Grubaugh.
As midterms begin and finals are just around the corner, Cal State Fullerton is amping up for its annual spring concert. Behind me is the intramural fields. Right now, all you see is green grass, but soon a stage will be centered and there will be games and food and carnivals and more.
The event has historically had performances from some of the music industry's biggest talents, with past headliners including artists like Dominic Fike, Metro Boomin, Wiz Khalifa, Kehlani, Kanye West, and more. This year's headliner and host were revealed at the ASI Spring Carnival last Friday, with ASI revealing that Grammy-nominated record producer Leon Thomas III would host the concert and Bay Area-originating rapper Saweetie to headline the performance.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I was so jealous. I'm a staff member, but I saw that alumni are allowed, so I'm going to try to figure out babysitting so I can go.
May 3rd is closer than you think, Titans, so get your spring concert tickets as soon as possible. For more information about the event, you can visit the ASI Instagram webpage and get your tickets to the link tree. I'm Delilah Grubaugh signing off. OC News.
That sounds pretty sweet having Saweetie on the lineup.
Totally, she's my best friend.
And she drives her own car.
And Leon Thomas is bringing the victorious vibes.
Woo! Thank you for joining us tonight for OC News. Our next show is next Wednesday at 4:45 p.m. I'm Brianna Delgadillo.
And I'm Violeta Sanchez. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at OC News CSUF and at titantvcsuf. See you next week.